Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to Sable. I am currently in Ecria and we are looking for an atomic priest who's going to give us the quest, the final entertainer's badge, and I believe it's this man here. I mean, there's a shrine. So, let's find out. Shah Varana introduces herself. She's the atomic priest in Ecria. The atomic priest leans forward in a way they must think is inviting. And to suppose they're right, because here I am. Glider, we've a task for you, if you're able and interested, of course. Gliders tend to be interested in tasks. I've never known quite how to feel about the atomic priesthood. As a child, I had been both fearful and fascinated, watching them go about their mysterious business and making up all kinds of things about them in my head. Today, I understand that they are an order, like any other. Only more severe, more insular, and dedicated to collective caution in a way that increasingly feels more like paranoia than reason. Still, I do mostly like a task. Are you familiar with Flor the Fabulist? We need you to find Thor and then, when you do, convey that we would like to invite her back to Ecria. We miss her quite a lot, in fact. It may be the most emotion I've ever heard from a member of the priesthood, and it seems quite legitimate. I wonder what sort of relationship Thor has with them. Why did she leave? I ask why Flor left Ecria in the first place. According to her, she wished to clear her mind. We are uncertain what she means by it, but we hope that she does not clear her mind of all that she has done for us. I ask what she's done. She has spread our message to those places where we who are not cannot reach. Not her cannot reach. A strong voice in the atomic priesthood. Where do you think she is? If you aren't sure where to start, it may be wise to speak with innkeepers at the beetle stations. Flor carries our messages all across the world. I thank them for their advice, and I wave goodbye. Okay, so I gotta go speak to some innkeepers. Well, this seems like a good way to make time pass while we're still waiting for the gliding. Oh, I found her camping out in the salt plains. Did I find her before? Oh my god. Wait, oh no, is it the person I found up here in the cave? Oh my god, it is. Amazing. I got there and it was like, I was so upset because it literally didn't do anything. Well, that cut down that quest, didn't it? Oh. Hello, Mr. Cartographer. Right, can we shortcut over there? I don't think we can. Something tells me I'm gonna have to make that horrible bloody climb again. I think it's in that building there. Wow, this is some serious efficient gliding. Good lord. Huh, I actually didn't expect to make it over here. Like, genuinely, I thought I was going to have to climb up. Huh. Well, that was easy enough. Right, can we get over there? That's the question. I know we can climb up on this stuff. I've done it before, so I know I can do it again. Leap. This bit might not be so easy. Oh, maybe. Maybe so, yep. It's fine. I really hope it is in there. So I'm going to look like a bit of an idiot. Yeah, it seems to be where it's pointing. It's either this cave or the cave behind it. I'm interested what they have to say. Hello, apparently you're an atomic priest. I had no idea. Greetings, Glider. If I had any doubts that I would recognize the fabled Flor, they vanished at the sight of her mask. Her face turns. You're looking for me, aren't you? The Atomic Priesthood is looking for you. I tell Flor that I'm here on behalf of the Atomic Priesthood. I see then, Glider. You've come here to carry me away, to end my walk, to make me talk about how I've gone astray. I'm not sure what to say next, and certainly not in rhyme, so I give a sort of playful shrug. Flor shakes her head and looks to the skies, a mask shifting away. I know why the priesthood wants me. Truth be told, I miss them as well. I wait for the next verse, but apparently this is just talking. Why did you leave? The city's great, I love it so, but something troubles me. I've grown so fond of the world beyond, there's so much more to see. He shrugs. Good rhymes, nice. I tell Flor I like her rhymes. He thanks me with a little bow. The priests give me a good life. I spread their word. They treat me like a queen. But there's still something wrong. I'm an impasse. I ask what kind, and she doesn't answer. What is your name? I tell her it's Sable. Sable, as a glider, you might have a particular insight into what I am seeking. For what I desire is to choose a path, and you are very much on the same journey. Do you think you could help me? I tell her yes, but it's absolutely a secret maybe, bordering on doubtful. The Atomic Priesthood, however strange and severe, have given me a very comfortable life. I speak their truth, I spread their word, and, well, frankly, I stop them being so bloody boring all the time. She crosses her arms. For that, they treat me wonderfully. I get anything I want, so long as I use my gifts to convey their message. Sounds stifling. It does, it does, it does, it does. But it also means that I get to live a charmed life, and certainly more charmed than most who make their living telling stories and singing songs. It's wonderful, really. So now I wonder, should I return to Ecria? I mean... Yes? Flor dismisses me again. No, it isn't that easy, Sable. Don't you see? I've spent these weeks wandering the vastness of the desert, travelling through towns and encampments, through ruins and wonders, asking myself questions. And I've narrowed it down to the 3 most significant questions, for which I have no answers. Perhaps, if you can help me. I tell her yes, sure, of course, please. Thank you. You have a glider's wisdom. Flor draws me closer, and I look deep into the eyes of her mask. Sable, glider, what is the value of art? Is it spreading truth, or is it spreading joy? It's quite a start. I tell her the value of art is... I mean, it's both, isn't it? But I think throughout history, art doesn't necessarily mean the truth, so I'm going to go with joy. I tell her it's joy, and she nods vigorously. If all we get is just one life, to live a little while, then it would seem a noble dream to give the world a smile. Fascinating, Sable. Really helpful. Was it? Next question. When you are faced with a challenge, How do you approach it? Do you value caution or safety? Well, what I am definitely not going to say is that I thought they were much the same thing. Instead, safety. I tell her I think safety is more important than caution. Safety? Fascinating. And you answered so quickly. Flor clears her throat. When I first left the calling, I felt I was lost. That I had nowhere else. That I had to go elsewhere, whatever the cost. So far out now, I wonder what I hoped to find. But this piece of myself, did I lose a piece of mind? New rhyming scheme there. I like it. Flor nods. Versatility. You've been so helpful, Sable. Thank you. The last question is probably an easy one for you, still in your gliding. Why do we explore? What drives us? Are we seeking our purpose, or are we indulging in our freedom? To be fair to Lore, this one gives me pause. It danced around my thoughts now and again, not in so many words. I wonder, is my purpose as a glider to see all places, or is it to find my place? I think on it and offer an answer. The purpose of such exploration is... I think to find your purpose is a pretty solid choice here. I tell Thor that the point is to find our purpose. Fascinating. We are such strange creatures. She breathes in. In all of us, there is a flower. The answer to our need. But we can't wait, so we contemplate the mystery of the seed. Thor pauses after this last. I hear the wind blow past, and then suddenly, she claps. Well, that settles it. I think I've made up my mind, but I need another night or so to think on it. I ask Flor if she's going back to Ecria or not, and she laughs. I find myself liking her laugh quite a lot. I'll find out tomorrow. Thank you, Sable, for listening. You've been a very generous collaborator today, and I feel quite refreshed. Take this badge, a token of your contribution. She sits up straight. A glider named Sable, the fabulous Flor, shed something today on the sands. I put faith in her judgment, all trust in her brain, and my fate in her capable hands. Flor bows, and I must admit, I feel quite nice having heard that. Thank you, Sable. I know we'll meet again. I wish Flor the best and then tell her goodbye. I don't know if I helped, but I gave it a try. Oh no, she's got me doing it. Perfect. Okay, I think I need to go back to Ecria, I assume. Yep. I'm going to go speak to the Atomic Priest again. But we got our badge, and that was the main thing we were after, the Entertainer's badge. Which means I think we now have all the masks. So now I'm just waiting to finish the Ancient Race quest and this quest, and I think then we're actually done. Which is crazy. See if I can remember how to get to the priest. Yeah, he's up here. Or she's up here. It was a lady, wasn't it? Hello? Aha! Greetings, Glider. We don't know what you said to her, Glider, but we are grateful that you said it. Flor has returned with a renewed passion, and we credit you. So thank you, Glider, and be safe. Farewell, Glider. Any? No? Ah. Okay then. Well, I don't think my bike's ready yet. Yeah, I should give him a few days. Right, let's go hand in the Entertainer's mask. Or let's go get the Entertainer's mask, I should say. So, the only place I can ever remember where there's a mask place is the Burnt Oak Station. I just can't believe I missed so many quests in Ecria. I suppose I can believe it. Oh, was it Burnt Oak Station there's a mask place? Yeah, it's right there. God damn it, every time. I think I say that exact line every time as well. What was that noise? Oh, it was the mailbox burying itself. Hello? I'm here for a mask. Claim the entertainer's mask. I show my entertainer's badges to the mask caster. I wonder what the mask looks like. The entertainer's mask. What in the name of hell is that thing? The preview of it looked crazy. That's a somewhat ridiculous looking mask, but I guess that's the point. I feel a levity looking at it. Wearing it in almost any situation makes the world feel a little warmer. Oh my god. I am not sure how I feel about that mask. Okay, so now I guess we go check on the machinist. I don't know. I think maybe if I ride there, time will actually pass. That seems like a good idea. So let's... where is Simoon? I haven't seen Simoon this entire time. Oh, there you are. Oh dear. It said a couple of days. I don't know how long a couple of days is. All I know is it's taking quite a while. This is the last thing I need to do, I believe. I'll check my actual quest log. Oh, other than the building a queendom, obviously, which I've already said that I think finding every single chum is something outside the scope of this series. Might be something I do in my own time, though. I am curious about finding all the chums and things. Because I think there is actually a chum mask. Oh, I don't have all the masks. Moo! Oh my god. I forgot how bouncy this thing is. We did find 63 chums, which is, you know, it's not an insignificant number of chums. Probably need like another 30 of them to actually get all of them. Oh, I just got a trophy for something, but it's not popping up on the screen. In fact, none of the Xbox notifications are popping up on the screen right now. I should say Xbox Game Pass notifications. Because I am playing this on PC. I feel like I never properly explored the Badlands and stuff. Oh. It's a shame, because the world is very pretty. So one thing I will give Sable, the art style of Sable is definitely one of the most unique I've played. It's big and colourful. I say big and colourful, it's either big and colourful or brown. There isn't really there isn't really any medium ground. Tends to be just brown. Like, oh, nighttime, brown. I think I got here a lot quicker than I was expecting. Oh yeah, it's 10. It's definitely been a few days. I don't know if time passes when you fast travel. I assume it does, but I don't know if it counts towards the... the production of the bike. At least I assume it's a bike. Right. Where the hell am I going? Oh, now I've gone the wrong way. Of course I've gone the wrong way. I'm driving. Oh, that's why I've gone the wrong way. Must be through this way then. Oh, let's go back the way we came. Follow around the rock. Oof. There we go. It's alright, the more faffing we do, the higher chance we've got of actually getting to the man when he's finished. If not, I'm just going to have to stand around. Which is mildly annoying. I guess I can cut it out of the video. Don't lose your bike. I'm riding a game. I'm riding my bike right now. I'm on it. Very strange bug. One of the stranger bugs. Aha. Is it down here? No. How am I so bad at driving? My navigation skills are actually a thing of legend. Am I just not seeing the opening in the rock? Is it here? Yeah, it's here, right? Yeah, there we go. See? It's fine. I wonder I missed this before though. It's almost invisible unless you know it's there. Hey friend, you built the bike yet? Still working on it, come back soon. God damn it. Here we go. It has been like half an hour to an hour, but he's finally ready. Upon seeing me, fur all but leaps with excitement. Sable, I've been waiting for you. I decoded the final inscription. We were right. It was a game, a race. And you completed it exactly as intended. Do you know what that means? I won? Oh, you definitely won. Or more accurately, Simoon won. It barely registers with me that she uses Simoon, despite never being introduced. And I don't get a chance to bring it up before she goes on. The surprise! A real one! Once you completed the race, the pillars reveal the text. Translate the text, and you get bike parts. Incredible ones, older in their design than any I've ever seen, but perfectly elegant. You must try them. Sable, you must. I can fit the parts onto your own bike, if you'd like to ride it now. Let's go. Okay, let's take a look. Oh dear. I'm not sure I like the way it looks, but let's do it anyway. Oh, let's do it in a different colour scheme. Black and red for increased menacing. So its max speed is slower than the whale, but this bike. Shakes her head and shrugs, but it's in a nice way. The way you do it, something so grand and so beautiful, awe-inspiring, that you can't help but feel small and sort of casually useless in its shadow. This bike is wonderful. I tell her I agree, and thank her for the opportunity to ride in an ancient race. I also explain that in playing that old game, I felt more connected to the past than I did hearing the drier bits of history. That's great. I mean, I don't know if I'm just a romantic or something, but I always have such a hard time connecting the past without connecting to the people. Strange for a machinist, isn't it? I think about it. I suppose it is strange for a machinist, somehow. But I find it comforting too. There really is room for all kinds behind all masks. I want you to keep the bike and bring it into a new era. Let it see how the world changed while it was sleeping. I don't ride much myself nowadays, so it'll be good. It'll be in good hands with you. And I get to be smug around the other machinists, which is all the reward I really need. I thank Flor for her skill and generosity and head off. Oh, there you go. This is it. Oh wow, it sounds very strange. Oh, you may also notice that at some point during the hiatus there, I picked up the samurai? No, the ninja outfit. I was looking for chums. Speaking of chums, is that bloody chum up there? Hang on a minute. Oh god, so the game is running worse than it was before. I'm going to blame all the spinny stuff on the bike. How high can you get me, Simone? Come on, let's go. Yeah. I swear I saw a chum up here. Of course, I could be going mad, which is distinctly possible. But now I think we have to go back to the Ibexi camp, so I will probably be going there soon. And we're going to have to pick which mask we want, and I'm not entirely sure what mask I actually want. Oh, was it a shrub? Did I come all this way for a shrub? If so, I am upset. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Swear I saw a chum-like movement, but no, I guess it was one of these blooming things. Bane of my life. Anyway, let's finish the gliding. And to do that, I think we go back to the Ibexi camp, right? Yeah, I think you were. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to turn up looking like this. You left the camp looking like a child, you come back looking like a ninja. What more can they ask? As the Ibex camp draws closer, the imagined threshold between home and gliding is palpable. It reminds me of coming in from a sandstorm, so fierce that the grains have whipped through the air and through your clothes. You peel off the layers of sand-beaten fabric and marvel at the dust on your skin, the bits that manage to get through despite every precaution. And though you feel so grateful to be home and so comforted by the safety of the indoors, you can't help but smile, nostalgic, as you wash the sand away. What an adventure you've had, and it was only for you. Am I ready to choose my mask now? There's no going back if I do. I'm ready. I think I'm ready. But am I really ready? I'm definitely ready. I should speak to Jadi when I'm ready for the ceremony. Oh, let's speak to everyone. I greet Cizo. How do you do, clan child? Let's talk about Simoon. How was your companion? A smooth glide. Glad to hear it. Simoon has accompanied and taken care of generations of Ibexi. Yadi herself rode Simoon out the Red Sea on her gliding. What will happen to Simoon now? Well, it's almost time for Sima's gliding. Simoon will likely accompany her across the dunes. Oh, so you share bikes. I didn't realise this. I feel a pang of melancholy as I think about losing Simoon. It had to happen one day. Nobody truly owns a bike in the Ibexi, but is merely accompanied by one. I am grateful to have at least had that blessing. I met a lot of your machinist friends. I tell Sizu I met a lot of her friends on my travels. I know this, and I hope they were good to you, and to Simone. I tell her they were, and she seems to take a bit of pride in that. Is rare to see in Caesar. Some really great machinists out there. I like them a lot. Do you think I should choose the machinist mask? I ask if Caesar thinks I ought to choose the machinist mask, that I might join her order. She crosses her arms and takes time to think. Some will tell you that the life of a machinist is lonely. It isn't, and not only because we are assigned to clans who are so often welcome us into their number. No, it's because we're never truly alone. As you were never truly alone on your gliding. You went with Simone. I think of the moments where I sat looking at some map, or hiding from some foul weather, or trying to get over a sudden bout of very powerful homesickness, and Simone gave a little hum that I could feel up through my legs. You have a very special bike, Sable. I nod along with Sisu. As you returned, I sat on the tower and heard Simone's purr grow to a roar, and in it the traces of those whose work has helped her give her shape. She speaks with many voices, now and that resonance. Sisu seems to shiver. Is why we do what we do. So if that appeals, then I can only recommend it. I thank Sisu for her counsel. Speak to somebody else. It's Saima. So you came back. Saima crosses her arms. A challenge. I tell Saima I had to come back because when I left, some minuscule little beetle-hunting, part-stealing menace threw a fit about it and couldn't stop crying because she missed me so much. She nods. Yes, Jaddy took it very hard. I can't help it. I laugh, and I think in so doing, I let her win. I tell her I missed her. I missed you too, Sable. I'm happy you came back. Though I can practically see the pout beneath her mask, I'm impressed at how genuine she's able to sound, even if you don't end up staying long. You're gonna cry if I leave again? Let's go. I'm thinking of choosing the beetle mask. I ask what Saima would think if I chose the beetle mask. I think you'd look pretty silly. But you'd look silly in every mask. Good. Love that. Missed this one, definitely. I think it would be a little like getting to play all the time and have a lot of pets. Plus maybe you get to speak beetle language. I see beetles go up to each other and do dances and click around and hiss and everything. And maybe they're saying things. So if you want to speak beetle, you could do that. He shrugs. I don't know. All masks are different. And it's not really going to matter once I'm on my gliding and get to come and visit you. I ask Saima if she means come and bother me. If you're bothered, that's you, but I'm going to come and visit. I can't help but laugh. I tell her I'm looking forward to it. Gonna cry if I leave again? I ask Saima if she's going to cry if I leave again. I don't think so, for 2 reasons. She counts them off on her fingers. 1, because it's already happened once, so now I'm used to it. And 2, because soon I'm going to be on my gliding, which I'm going to stay on forever, so I can just go on my bike and chase you down wherever you go. I tell Saima she can't stay on the gliding forever and that she'll have to choose a mask. Then I'll choose the mask of the bounty hunter. I say that isn't a real mask. Yes, it is. I say it's not. She shrugs. Guess you didn't find it. I tell her no, it isn't real, and that if it were real, I would have found it. I don't think so. It's really hard to find. That's part of it. To become a hunter, you have to be a hunter. I ready my next response, but choose to hold my tongue, lest I lose what maturity I gained on my gliding. Saima makes a broad gesture that I think is meant to emulate the knocking of an arrow in a bow. Good luck, Sable. I definitely didn't find a hunting mask. Oh my, there's so many people here. Triss. Hello, Sable. Is there something I want to discuss with Triss? How's the clan been? I asked Triss how it's been managing the clan while I was gone. Chaotic as ever, which I think you should be pretty happy about. I asked Triss why he thinks I'd want that from him. Because it means it wasn't you. Well, of course it wasn't. Out of respect, I decide not to tell Driss that it may indeed be him who is at the heart of so much chaos. Instead, I simply assert it very clearly wasn't me. Well, you never know. You're still young, and youth usually comes with its share of chaos. Or at least it should. Anyhow, you're off the proverbial hook. How nice for me. Thinking of choosing the Scrapper's Mask? Tell Driss I'm considering the Scrapper's Mask, and ask what he thinks about that. The Scrapper's Mask? You? Really? I tell you, Sable, I wouldn't have pegged you for it, but you've always had quite the imagination, haven't you? I think so. Yes, well, I think that's a good trait for a scrapper. You need to be able to see the beauty in the scraps, you know. And that takes a very creative brain. I think a lot of folks see scrappers and think they're just rubbish pickers, you know. But if you can look at something old and dream up something new, then I think you've got it. And I'd support you every scrap of the way. I thank Driss for his advice. I'd like to relitigate the sandcutter incident. I asked Driss, once and for all, if on that fateful day of my gliding, he actually forgotten to help out with my bike, and if the test ride on the sandcutter was a sly cover-up. He cocks his head. What are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about. I tell Driss that he knows very well what I'm talking about, but he shakes his head. No idea. I remember the whole bike thing going very smoothly. Plus you took that sandcutter out and you didn't even get a little bit on fire. Great stuff. I accept Driss's response. I suppose even the gliding cannot be the answer to all things. Speak to somebody else. Not her yet? Oh my god, there's so many! Ilaria, hey Sable. It's strange how children change so much over a short period. Ilaria has grown, but she'll always be a child to me. My, you've grown. Ilaria subconsciously stands a little taller and prouder as I say the words. I can't help but smile, remembering all the times adults would say, "Oh, how you've grown," to me as a child. Well, you've not grown at all. I haven't just grown. I can climb way higher now. Zeki hates it. It's great. Get there soon enough. Ilaria seems unimpressed. Saima will leave for her gliding soon, but at least you'll be back now. I don't have the heart to tell her that I might not stay with the Bexy. There's still time to decide, so I hold back. I did a lot of climbing out there. Oh, how high did you go? Did you touch a cloud? If I had a gliding stone, I would definitely touch a cloud. I reveal that I got the climbing mask. Ilaria seems to vibrate with excitement and jealousy. I can't believe it. You have to choose it. You will choose it, right? I mean, why wouldn't you? That would just be silly. Don't think I'll get a word in here, so I just let Ilaria effusively speak at me for a while, enjoying her passion for something so particular. Being a climber is a pretty solitary existence for the most part, mostly foraging for things that grow in the higher climbs, fixing or salvaging from ships in high places. But the sights you see, the places you get to go, it'll be like a continual gliding at times. Will I be comfortable at those heights without the gliding stone? Probably not. Speak to somebody else. Okay, so I think these people are here because of the masks I found, maybe? My child, welcome home. Zeki. Have you been taking care of yourself? You look rather bony, are you well? Zeki fusses over me. She would always look for reasons to care for us. That's no good at all, not at all. We'll have to fix you up with some of Jaddy's lamb stew. I'm involuntarily salivating at the thought. Good to be back. Where have you been? After you left, we headed to some older Ibexi campsites, places we used before you were born. Going back, it was beautiful. The land flourishes when you leave it for so long. Each place transformed with life and abundant with things to forage since we were last there. Once we leave the Ewa, we will not be coming back for a long time. It needs time to recover from nourishing us. I might choose the entertainer's mask. Oh, an entertainer's mask. I see you were kept busy with the young ones on your gliding too. Everybody needs a bit of levity now and then. It's an important part of life, valued by many. But you know the Ibexi are not in the position to accommodate such trifles. Fun and games are just that. If you pick this mask, you'll have to find a richer clan to join. We can't afford it. I hope you think carefully about what mask you choose, Sable. Hello? Oh, Sable, it's good to have you home. I thought about you so much, just imagining all the excitement. Every time we passed a cliffside, I thought, I bet Sable's just hovering everywhere. What do you think of the climber's mask? I asked Hilal what they think of the climber's mask. They light up straight away, which I think I should have expected. A brilliant mask. There's a lot of really good masks, obviously, but climbing? If you ask me, the worst part of the gliding's ending is losing the perpetual stone. To hover forever, to fear nothing from heights or falls, that is an uncommon freedom. And you have to let it go. To me, climbing is the closest thing one gets to keeping that connection between oneself and the perpetual. Just as the stone does, it banishes fear and risk, lets you explore the world's great vertical spaces with knowledge and fortitude. I think it's a great mask, and probably would have been my choice had I not fallen so much in love with the Ibexi. I thank Hilal for their thoughts, and again for the stone they gave me so long ago. Have you heard of Flor the Fabulist? I asked Hilal if they've ever heard of Flor the Fabulist. Oh, of course I have. Not much for travel, you know, but not 2 years ago I made a special trip to Ecria just to see her. Why? I tell Hilal I met her out in the desert, and that we spent a whole evening talking about life and poetry. I add that I think I may have inspired some original work. That's amazing! So you think? Sorry, I'm so excited. So you think it's possible that next time I see Flor, she might actually read a poem that you inspired? I'll say yes, it's quite possible. Now that is a gliding. Who cares what mask you choose? You got to hover around the world, and you inspired Flor, the Fabulist, to write a new poem. If I were you, I'd put on my retirement mask, because I'd be done. We laugh together, and it feels really, really good. Okay, now this man. Umar, welcome back. I don't remember the last time I heard Umar speak. Maybe to yell a warning, but never to converse. It takes me a moment to think of something to reply. How have you been? Umar shrugs silently. I think that's all I'm going to get from him on that. Did you miss me? He emits a low grunt, and what seems like a chuckle. I think that means he missed me. Okay, that was a good one. Let's talk to, I can't remember her name. Oh my god. Being back with the Ibexi is more comfortable than I expected. I think I thought the gliding would change every part of me, and that I would come home different. Perhaps more mature, or more jaded, or at least able to grasp more of Juris's jokes, or Hilal's poetry. The actual change is more subtle. And it's that, somehow, despite spending so much time discovering the world beyond, I never felt more like a part of this clan. And it isn't about being Ibexi, or which mask I ultimately choose. It's simply that I no longer feel so behind everyone, or like they know some grown-up secret I yearn to understand. I feel embraced, wholly as the person I am. Sable. Jadi, that's her name, there we go. So now we've heard your stories, or at least the ones you're happy to tell. That means it's nearly time now. Yadi's sign is contented. I suspect that she was more concerned with my experience of the gliding than the grand choice at its end. For that, I am grateful. Are you ready to choose? Am I? Maybe I should choose the Ibexi mask. I tell Jadi that after everything I'm thinking about choosing the Ibexi mask. The Ibex mask even, and staying with the clan. You'd be welcome to stay with us. I know there's a lot of pressure to choose something else, so much that it sometimes feels boring to choose the very mask you started with. But all of us gliders once. All of us were gliders once, and certainly not all of us were Ibexi when we started. We are those who walk in hoof steps and seek our freedom in the desert. We know movement, the flow of migration, the joy of changing skies and shifting sands. We embrace difference and celebrate connection all at once. I am proud to be Ibexi, and you may be too. I thank Jadi for putting it so nicely. She leans in for a whisper. And if you aren't, you can still come visit. I won't tell. Ready to choose? I won't keep you, Sable. If you know what you want, then all I desire is to learn what that is and celebrate it with you. I'm allowed to be excited too, aren't I? She chuckles. Whenever you are ready, proceed to the temple. Okay. I have absolutely no idea what mask I'm choosing, by the way. Can I have this one? The Shade. I feel something touching supposed to be happening right now, but some sort of smoke bomb has gone off. think that was me saying goodbye to Simoon. That's sad. Into the temple we go. I'm not entirely sure how the mask choosing thing is going to actually work. You really should renovate this place, you know? At least fix the blooming path. This is about where we started, huh? Crazy. Full circle. Oh. Was this open before? Yeah, of course it was. It's here. Yeah. I remember this. I'm assuming I go down here, right? I'm gonna laugh so much if I just accidentally pick the shade. Oh my god, no, there are all my masks. Wait, I can pick the worm mask, as in... Wait, I've missed... Have I missed a few? There's a few empty pedestals here. This makes me upset if I have. I know I've missed the chum mask. I know that as a fact. Empty pedestals here? God, I could pick the guard mask as well. Here, here's an empty pedestal. Another one over there. And there. Can I pick this one? You want to choose the atomic mask? On the downside, I may be a few hundred years too late for the job. But on the plus side, I look really good in it. Still probably not enough to turn into a whole calling. Should I really choose this mask? No. I'm curious to see what these all say. Do I want to choose the shade of Ecria's mask? No. Okay, some of them have fun things, some of them don't. I don't want to be an entertainer. I don't really want to be a scrapper. The climber, not really. Maybe I will pick this one. Just because it's mildly interesting. What about this one? Here is what I know about the sandworm mask. 1. The last wearer died. 2. I found it in a reeking cave in the body of its maddened creator. 3. It appears to be made out of the flesh of baby worms. Is this the mask I'd like to choose? No. That merchant? Do I choose the merchant's mask? No. I don't want a cartographer beetle. Any of these gonna have funny things on them? I am actually genuinely considering picking this mask. Because it's the one that does... I don't know what it's gonna do, and I'm curious. Let's do it. Am I sure? Yes, I think so. I pick up the atomic mask. I guess I'll have to carve my own path. I'll figure out the details later. Perfect. And that's it. I think we've finished Sable. So, at the end of the series, thank you all very much for the people who've been here for the whole thing. That means the world to me. Hopefully you enjoyed this playthrough. I definitely did. We definitely missed something. I don't know what. Maybe I'll have to have a look. But otherwise, that was a very, very nice game. Very nice music. Very wonderful playthrough. So, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. And as always, see you next time.